Halo. Woi, bentar, ini suaranya kekencangan gak sih? Musiknya kekencangan gak? Is the music too loud? I hope it's okay. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Ooh, hello. Okay, let me greet everyone here. Oh, BGM agak kegedean. Hai. Jatuh. Yeah. Hey. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. Cause I just went home. I just went back home. Ya, aku baru pulang dari adalah ya. Jadi aku langsung buru-buru setup, buru-buru setup stream sama ya. Langsung kita nge-stream, guys. Habis pulang langsung nge-stream. Hai. Hai. Oke, sekarang agak kekecilan. No. Gimana ceritanya, Bambang? Hey. Alright. So, hello Yan. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good evening. Hello X. Welcome to the stream. Hello. I'm ready for the cream, for the scared face, and for my dinner. Okay. Hey. Belum mandi langsung stream? Enggak. Aku abis pulang langsung mandi, langsung stream. Begitu. By the way, welcome to the stream, Goro Ciel. Hello. Hello, Panda. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Ki Lazarus. Halo. Yeah. Waktu itu kamu bilang mau mampir ya. Hai, welcome. Okay. Pajaka. Punten, halo. Kyomi sayang. Hai. Hello, welcome to the stream. Ryan N, hello, welcome to the stream. Ya, oke, karena aku lihat banyak Ryan ya ternyata. Ryan ada banyak orang yang namanya Ryan. Waktu itu ada Ryan N sama yang Ryan biasa. Sama ada juga yang katanya Ryan the Guitarist ya. Ya, begitulah ya. Aduh, jadi aku harus sebut pakai nama lengkapnya aja deh. Pakai username lengkap ya. Ya begitu. Yes, aku mampir kali ini. Hai, arigato. Ikizo. Outlast kapan nih? I don't know. Bentar. Oh, aku lupa colok dong. Astaga. Aku lupa colok my laptop. Nah. Aduh, nanti kalau cukup tiba-tiba malah mati streamnya karena aku lupa colok laptop. Oke. Udah ganti jadi Yan. Oh, I see. Hai, thank you udah ganti namanya. Oke, jadi biar nggak bingung. Oke. Kyomi main Outlast. Itu kemarin aku beneran tidur di stream Outlast loh. Thanks selalu banyak. No. Aduh, aku setelah sudah melihat itu dari gameplaynya Run, aduh, nggak deh, kayaknya Outlast aku nggak akan main deh. Tapi mungkin waktu next time, minggu depan aku kan samaran lagi ya, lanjutin Outlast. Nah, itu ada kemungkinan aku bakal ikut kontrol, aku ikut main dikit aja gitu, kayak ya coba kontrolsnya gitu loh, kan aku bisa mainin dari sini. Hai apa nih? Oh, halo Mori Gadang, numpang mampir. Hai, welcome, good evening. Oke, cerita horor banget gak? Ceritanya horor banget ya? Ini kah yang aku bakal bacain kah? Enggak, sebenarnya aku nggak tahu cerita tentang apa, jadi aku kayak beneran milih asal gitu ceritanya. Tapi kalau tentang website yang aku pakai untuk ngebaca itu ada di deskripsi ya, nanti kalian bisa lihat kalau mau baca semuanya gitu. Outlast 2 mantep. Tapi katanya banyak kejar-kejaran. Aku gak suka kejar-kejaran. Mendingan jump scare. Kalau kejar-kejaran, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Jadi, aku tidak mau. Wait, bentar. Aku lupa minum obatku. Obat batuk tuh. Nanti aku batuk-batuk. Bentar ya, bentar. Ya. Mendengar orang kaget takut dan teriak adalah lullaby saya. Give me more. No. Mungkin nanti. Di stream lanjutannya Ran ya. Yeah. Halo Yumawari, halo. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Your new viewers on your YouTube channel. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Kyomi belum ada rules. Di deskripsi kah? Well, gimana ya? Aku nggak nulis rules, tapi harusnya sih sesuai logika kalian aja. I mean, usually the rules are basics, kayak jangan terlalu out of topic unless kalau aku nggak apa-apa. Terus jangan terlalu banyak sebut VTuber lain, kecuali Will Lifer, it's fine. Dan kalau aku ngebawain juga nggak apa-apa ya. Terus apa ya? Terus ya tahu batasan lah ya. Ya, be decent. Kyom, kalau malam ini Jumat Kliwon gimana reaksimu nanti, Kyom? Aku sebenarnya nggak terlalu mikirin tentang itu. Jadi ya udahlah ya. Nggak kejar-kejaran kok, cuma jogging malam. No. Kyomi suka game horror jump scare. Aku sebenarnya nggak terlalu suka game horror, paling cuma nontonin orang doang main. Itu nggak apa-apa. Yang penting aku nggak mainin. Tapi kalau disuruh pilih, aku mendingan yang jump scare daripada kejar-kejaran. Karena aku nggak suka dikejar. Gimana ya? Aku as a kid, waktu aku kecil ya, sejak kecil sebenarnya, aku itu kalau main kejar-kejaran itu aku teriaknya histeris banget. Jadi aku males banget kalau main game horror itu udah serem, malah kejar-kejaran udah lah ya. Tidak mau. Atas udah bagus tapi bisa bikin dolar kuning, sini banyak yang oh begitu kah? Oke. Kak Hina, coba pamali aja, gamenya santai kok. Pamali ya. Aku pernah bilang di Twitter ya. Aku pernah tweet di Twitter. Kalau aku reach 500 subscriber, ada kemungkinan aku celebrate-nya dengan main pamali. Ya gini aja Kyomi, 500 subs Outlast. No. Pamali nggak apa-apa. Pamali maybe nggak apa-apa. Ya. Aku mikirnya gitu sih ya. Kalau 500 pamali, maybe. Apa lagi nih? Kyomi sama Ran lagi balapan subbreaker kah? Enggak juga sih. I mean kalau gimana ya? Ran's achievement yang penting achievementnya Will Lifer itu bagi aku udah achievement untuk aku juga. Jadi kayak siapa aja lah ya yang tinggi yang lebih tinggi udahlah ya, nggak apa-apa kan kita satu keluarga gitu ya. Jadi kayak aku udah senang aja kalau misalnya Ran udah duluan 1K gitu. Itu aku kayak oh yes finally. Like we did it, you know. Hey, apa gini? Tahu diri kalau kalian walau nggak ada rules kita udah kaum GWS tahu diri harusnya. Iya. Harusnya tahu diri ya. Tanpa ada rules gitu harusnya udah tahu yang nggak boleh dan yang boleh dan nggak boleh apa. Tuh, jump scare pamali banyak. Oke. Aku nggak pernah lihat sih sebenarnya. Aku nggak pernah lihat gameplay pamali Ya mungkin blind reaction kali ya. Halo Solkar and Game Slayer, good evening. Halo, welcome to the stream. Gue milih Jason for his the horror. Jason for his nani? What's that? Who or what is that? A fictional character from Friday the 13th. Ah, okay. Hey. Nah, FNAF klasik tapi seru. Klasik ya. Ya tapi aku bener takut ya. Aku takut sama FNAF loh. Mainnya takut sama main aja. Aduh, kayak. Balapan gas, we step on gas night. Astaga, kirim dong. Apa itu Ryan? Aduh, aku nggak lihat. Aku nggak sempet lihat Ryan. Oh no. Oke lah ya. Old FNAF is good. Alright. I will think about it. I will think about it. Tapi ya gak pasti. Begitulah ya. Buaya jaga buaya, hati-hati. Tidak terjadi apa-apa kok. Oh no, aku nggak sempat baca. Ya udahlah ya. Oke. Jadi kita mulai aja ya bacainnya. Nanti malah jadi free talk doang isinya. Aduh. So, ini siapa ini? Aku nggak mau yang terlalu itu banget ya, terlalu dark banget kayak creepypasta. Ini aku pertama pilih cerita dari blog yang dikasih Jeff nggak ada ya? Ya dia DM aku, terus habis itu katanya ini dia punya blog gitu untuk creepypasta Indonesia, jadi aku bacain ya. Oh, halo Bradman, halo Cheeseman, halo. Gila, man-mannya udah datang nih. Welcome to the stream. Kyomi, saya dengar suara Anda bisa dibikin tipe-tipe onesan. Maybe. Mungkin bisa. Satu case sabeton game horror. Sabeton? Kayaknya sabeton ya. Aku nggak tahu deh boleh atau nggak sabotan itu. Nanti kita tanya Sacho ya. Oke. Nggak apa-apa, nggak kebaca chatnya, yang penting tersampaikan perasaanku padamu. Tapi itu chatnya Ryan, gimana dong? Oke. Halo Steakman. Oh yes, oke. Jadi semua man-nya udah muncul semua ya. Halo Transio, so welcome to the stream. Ahmad Raffi, halo, welcome to the stream. Gak apa-apa sedikit waktu, aku juga belum mulai bacainnya. Oh no. Tiga men muncul semua, yes. Game horror ikuzo, nanti 500 subs kali. 500 subs kalau di stream aku ya. Tapi kalau ikut kayak di streamnya Ran, minggu depan aku sama Ran lagi. Hai. Tapi ada kemungkinan minggu depan aku nggak bakal stream ya, karena ada kesibukan di real life. Hai. Oke, ini ada short story creepypasta Indonesia. Ini panik banget ya, oh my god. Titlenya Valentine by Rain. Aku ingat saat itu kekasihku pernah berkata, menginginkan sebuah ruangan yang dipenuhi hati merah jambu untuk merayakan hari Valentine denganku. Karena aku adalah pacar yang baik, maka aku menyiapkan semuanya agar sesuai dengan permintaannya. Mengingat 7 hari lagi Valentine akan datang. Kusiapkan segala sesuatu walaupun itu membuang banyak tenaga dan menguras akalku. Aku butuh bantuan banyak orang untuk mewujudkan keinginan kekasihku. Hari Valentine tiba. Aku memberi pesan yang berisi peta petunjuk kepada kekasihku menuju lokasi yang sudah kusiapkan untuk kencan Valentine kami. Ya, agar menjadi surprise untuknya. Tidak lupa kutuliskan pesan singkat di bagian kanan bawah pesan tersebut. Aku tidak dapat menemukan hati merah jambu dari 14 orang yang kutemui karena semuanya berwarna merah tua. Jadi aku mewarnainya dan hati-hati catnya masih basah. Oh. Tiba-tiba ya ada jadi ceritanya pendek sekali, tapi udah kelihatan itu yang dere banget. Oh no. Gimana menurut kalian? Is that good? Is that good as an opening story, as like the first story? Oh, bentar. Ada bread, ada keju, ada steak. Besok ada apa lagi kak? Itu cuma mereka bertiga doang, segeng. Asal ada bahan ku pakai jadi reptil material Kyomi. Hati-hati aja kau. Sahabatan satu traktir sama dengan satu cowok. Satu traktir kah? Gila. Ya, onyo. Ya itu bakal lama banget kalau begitu. Shiro, ntar gue ajak kita lain. Nice opening. Hai. Aku kangen Kira. Kira. Iya, dia udah lama nggak kesini. Maksudnya dia nggak tahu dia ngapain di ruangan lain. Good story. Hai. Not bad. Should we continue? Kalian kira-kira mau yang mana ya? Yang bahasa Inggris atau yang bahasa Indonesia? Karena yang bahasa Indonesia aku tidak tahu. Banyak yang populer ini. Aduh, kenapa sih ini gambarnya begini? Kalian pengen English atau Indonesia nih? Mau aku baca ini yang mana? Karena aku ada 2 website yang lagi kebuka. Yang satu Indonesia, satu English. Aku cari yang ratingannya bagus aja ya. Kira di hati lain. Di hatiku udah. Adikku tersayang. Hihi. Konbanwa, halo Indra Kurosaki. Halo. Apa kita bisa ngirim cerita kah? Oh, boleh. Tapi aduh takut nanti malah kayak run. Nah, tapi kayaknya kalau ini yang bertema horor aja ya. Kalau run kan kayak general bisa cerita apa aja. Tapi kalau aku di sini kita horor saja ya. Baca kak Kyomi nyari Kyomi ya. No, ke Kyomi cari Kira. Iya, parah nih. Aduh. Masa ini cariin Kira? Kira nggak mungkin tiap kali juga ya datang. Karena dia itu datang ke sini kalau gabut aja, bentar. Di mana saya bisa kirim horror story? Oke, cotomate. Bisa di itu deh. Di Discord, di apa sih namanya? Di Discordnya Willifer itu ada fan story. Oh my god. Robot. Mengrobot gaming. Oh my god. Arigatou gozaimasu. Tuh siapa tuh? Ya jadi kalian bisa ngesan di itu ya, di Willifer community. Bentar. Di fan story ya, di fan story bisa. Terus tag aku ya. Hai. Gitu. Kalau mau ngasih cerita-cerita. Mengok kakak kalau gabut. Kalau Kira adekku pintu. Kira ya wete. Why you gotta do that? What are you doing right now? Are you free? Do you wanna listen? Do you wanna come? With me? Come on here. I'm gonna read out stories. Horror, actually. Horror. Horror stories. Should be fine. Boba. Nah, tersaman. Iya, tersaman ini. Oh my god, bisa banget. Hai, tadi siapa? Dare? Brad, kau pakai duitku kemarin ya. Riwayatnya lupa kau. Hai, arigato cheeseman-san, arigato. Backroom itu termasuk creepypasta nggak sih? Nggak tahu. Mas Kira, coba kira say hi. Hai. Hai. Gitu. Kira hati-hati, Boya sedang bermeeting di stream ini. Hati-hati. Nggak apa-apa. Aku protect Kira always. So it's fine. Oh my god. I protect you always, okay? Okay, baby. Hati-hati, ada banyak buaya. Banyak buaya. Yeah. Okay, so okay, let me find top ranked, no, actually famous creepypasta. What's up? Oh, bedtime. Oh my god, what is this? Ini kira-kira panjang gak ya ceritanya? Aku takut kepanjangan. Oh my god, gila panjang banget. Kira-kira kalian pengen yang short story atau yang panjang-panjang nih? Gimana? Karena ini ada yang panjang sekali. Kenapa? Aku takut nanti kemakan sama satu cerita doang gitu. Aku pengennya banyak. Oke lah ya. Video missing Halloween. Let's go. Missing Halloween. Oh. Karena mana bekas September. Oh, ini video. Okay, different experience. Oh, okay. We can read this out. Di room mana saya yang bisa kirim? Di fan story aja. Short tapi serem. Hai. Okay. Titlenya Christmas Eve. Ada 2 orang gadis yang bernama Emma dan Veronica yang tinggal di lingkungan yang sama. Saat itu, malam Natal dan orang tua Emma sudah pergi dari rumah untuk merayakan liburan mereka hingga akhir pekan. Dia merasa sedikit gugup, ditinggalkan sendiri di rumah semalaman. Jadi dia mengundang temannya untuk bersama dengannya semalam itu. Kedua gadis itu kemudian berencana untuk begadang. Seharian mereka bertukaran pakaian dan melakukan hal yang gadis lain biasa lakukan, seperti menata rambut atau kuku mereka satu sama lain. Sore harinya, mereka memesan pizza dan menonton film horor. Setelah itu, mereka ke gereja bersama untuk merayakan malam Natal setelah mengunci pintu rumah dan bersiap-siap. Sepulangnya dari gereja, keduanya kemudian menghabiskan waktu yang panjang bercakap-cakap dan bergosip tentang anak-anak di sekolah mereka. Mereka lalu tidak menyadari bahwa waktu sudah berlalu hingga lewat tengah malam. Kedua gadis itu juga sudah lelah, jadi mereka memutuskan saatnya itu sudah waktunya untuk tidur. Emma naik ke ranjangnya, sementara Veronica tidur di lantai beralaskan matras. Kamar itu sangat sunyi, dan Emma perlahan-lahan larut dalam tidurnya. Tapi kemudian, Veronica terduduk dan mulai menggoyang-goyangkan badan sahabatnya itu. "Ayolah, kita turun dan cari es krim," katanya dengan keras. Emma sangat kantuk dan menggumam, "Aku tidak lapar." "Tapi saya lapar," balas Veronica. "Ayolah, kita turun." Emma membalikkan badannya. "Tidak ada es krim di kulkas." Dia mengantuk seraya mengatakan, "Kita sudah makan semua." "Jadi, ayo ke toko dan membelinya beberapa," kata Veronica. "Aku tidak mau lagi. Pergilah sendiri," timpal sahabatnya itu. "Tidak, aku tidak berani berjalan seorang diri di malam-malam begini. Ayolah kita pergi," Veronica memohon. Emma masih terbaring di ranjangnya dan berusaha mengacuhkannya. "Emma, aku mohon." Veronica mulai menangis. "Ayo, aku benar-benar ingin es krim." Air mata mengalir turun di wajahnya. Emma benar-benar terganggu. Dia sudah bosan dan capek mendengar rengekan sahabatnya itu. Ya Tuhan, Veronica. Oke, sahutnya. Jika itu benar-benar penting bagimu, baiklah. Aku akan pergi bersamamu ke toko. Jadi tenanglah. Kedua gadis itu berpakaian dengan cepat dan mengenakan jaket mereka. Segera setelah mereka meninggalkan rumah, entah kenapa Veronica langsung menarik tangan sahabatnya dan mulai menyeretnya ke arah yang lain. Ini bukan jalan menuju ke toko, teriak Emma. Shh, desis Veronica. Kita akan pergi ke kantor polisi. Tadi aku melihat cermin dan saya melihat seorang pria dengan kampak sedang bersembunyi di bawah ranjangmu. Tamat. Hai. Mode creepypasta. Hai. Jadi begitu guys. Ternyata itu mereka coba melarikan diri. Kukira ada apa. Hai. Oke, that's a classic. Kayak aku pernah dengar kayak cerita yang begitu. Pura-pura pingin sesuatu tapi ternyata mau kabur aja. Wait, ini kira-kira nge-lag gak ya? Kalian nge-lag gak sih? Gue ini perasa katanya di aku itu katanya stream statusnya poor. Aku tidak mengerti. Jatuh. Oh my god. Hai. Bentar, mana? Ribut lagi mereka ini. Apa namanya monster yang di Natal itu gue lupa. The Grinch. The Kraken. Oh, The Grinch. I've never actually heard stories about Grinches before, tapi aku taunya itu mereka tuh kayak they try to ruin Christmas, that's all. Aku tidak bisa bergerak, aku dapat berkata mendengar dari sini. Hah? Dia sedang menatapku tepat di atas kepalaku. Oh no. Kita coba. Halo Skala, punten. Halo, welcome to the stream. Discordnya yang iya. Jadi kamu bentar ya. Aduh, oke. Kira ke kan kita ke welcome ya. Kamu ke welcome terus habis itu cari itu ya, buka rules dulu terus habis itu klik OK biar bisa ngebuka semua roomnya. Terus nanti baru nih di lobby ada namanya fan story. Nah coba deh. Bentar. Aduh, aku serak banget hari ini. Aduh. Aman sih, galak. Oke, arigato. Ya tapi ini stream statusnya sangat membuat aku khawatir ya. Gitu. Oke. Jadi aku baca yang panjang deh ini sekarang ya. Semoga apa ini? Bend round. What? Apa ini? Sinopsis? Ada sinopsisnya kah? Bentar, kita lihat dulu ceritanya. Wah, banyak banget ya. Kayaknya creepypasta yang ini terlalu panjang deh. Atau kalian pingin? Oh, wow, bener panjang banget. Oke, kira-kira gimana nih? Pingin yang panjang? Ratingnya 9,1. Should be fine. Titlenya Bedtime. Hi. Hello, Hans was here. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? I am great. I'm feeling great. Actually, I just went back from practice. I had a practice for something. Okay, it's a secret. Yeah, from practice, and I am feeling a bit exhausted. Good thing I'm here today only to talk with you guys and apa ya? And read out stories. So it should be fine. It should be fine. After this, I'm gonna take a rest though. No, it's not a free talk. This is a creepypasta reading, Kira. Kenapa Kira? Ben Drown lumayan tuh. Tapi itu panjang gak sih? Itu tadi aku lihat ada part-partnya loh. Beings, entities, death, murder, disappearance. Strange and unexplained. Oh, by the way, how are you? Hans was here. Practice what? Something. It's a secret. Well, actually, bisa dibilang kayak pementasan sesuatu. Gue juga habis praktis camp. Praktis apa itu? Praktis apa? Ada seorang anak yang terus menangis tengah malam. Ku datangnya makamnya untuk menyuruh dia agar berhenti menangis. Waduh. Ternyata kamu berani juga ya. Hai, jadi ini, oh my god, ini ternyata cerita bedtime ini dari 2012. Oke. Aku kepo juga nih sebenarnya bedtime. Halo Ryuga Kamiyame, halo, welcome to the stream. Kyomi, bukannya mau nakutin ya tetap berani ya. Soalnya orang yang capek dan ada di pikiran takut akan sesuatu itu pasti gampang dideketin tuh. Hai. Oke. Ada pikiran takut. Oh, well. Kalau baca cerita should be fine. Aku nggak segitunya. Practice to loving you more. Oh, that's nice. Bahas apa nih? Nah, kita aku lagi mikir nih mau bacain creepypasta yang mana. Hai, nafas. Ya, bertanya kenapa aku bernafas begitu berat tapi aku tidak melakukannya. Okay. I'm good, but I haven't slept since yesterday. Oh no. What? You should take a rest. Come on. I mean, no data. Holy. Choto. Okay. Oh my god. I panicked. Okay. I mean, these days I only have like a few hours of sleep, like 6 hours of sleep, I think. And I think oh wait, sorry, my hold on. Sorry. That was there's a bit of a commotion downstairs, so yeah. Okay, so I had only 6 hours of sleep, and I think it's too little for me. So now I feel really tired. I need to catch some sleep. Okay. Capek. Hey, dude, do you feel tired? They must be. They must feel tired. I mean, of course. Since everyone needs sleep, come on. All right. Even though you're maybe used to it, maybe for some people, maybe you're used to sleeping late, getting too little sleep. Maybe you're used to it, but it's not good for your body. Okay, just take a rest. Okay. Oh my god, estimated reading time 1 hour. Oh, never mind, bro. Okay. Kalau gitu aku baca ini apa nih? SCP-001 The Gate of Guardian. Oh, creepypasta Indonesia experience Sakurata. Okay, let me actually read this. Aku nggak mau yang kepanjangan, tolong. Short. Okay, kita short. A short story. Short story. Let's search. Hai, Sakurata. Wow. Okay, that's quite long. Ya, smart. Smart. SCP-4049. Okay, I will try. Halo Arif, welcome to the stream. Halo. Okay. The title is Sakurata ya. Saya mengilhami suhu panas kopi yang merambat di telapak tangan. Membayangkan uap yang timbul di atasnya, mirip kabut-kabut berwarna kabur yang saya lihat ketika saya tidur siang. Kopi dan uap seperti melakukan terapi hipnotis pada otak saya. Dari luar, mereka membuat saya tampak bengong. Orang jelek ketika melamun akan disebut bengong. Oke. Padahal alam pikiran saya berkelindan dan mengembara hingga ke gurun Mesir dan patung Kuan Yin yang amat besar yang ada di Pulau Batam. Sampai yang sama sekali tidak penting seperti tower pemancar sinyal yang berdiri agak mepet dengan bangunan rumah tetangga saya dulu. Saya kemudian tiba-tiba teringat desas-desusnya tentang tower. Mereka bilang frekuensi yang ditimbulkannya berangsur-angsur dapat merusak kinerja otak seseorang yang berada di dekatnya. Benarkah itu? Karena ketika saya sedang berpikir, apapun topik dan awal mulanya, pada ujungnya selalu diakhiri dengan potret dada Yayan Lydia yang tampak besar dan kenyal. Oke, what? Saya ngerasa otak saya terganggu. I don't know. Ini mungkin typo ya. Dan saya lebih prihatin pada tetangga saya yang rumahnya lebih dekat dengan tower sinyal itu. Dia mungkin bisa lebih buruk lagi, semisal, kau tahu, memasukkan telur ayam ke lubang anus. Oh my god. Itu jika saya menunggu di kafe. Saya mungkin saja akan melengkapi narasinya dengan rintik-rintik hujan yang jatuh ke dalam lubang genangan air di bahu jalan, yang menimbulkan percikan seperti bunga-bunga teratai, dan saya akan menghembuskan nafas di kaca besar atau gelas atau permukaan benda apa saja, dan mengukir nama gadis manis kesukaan saya di sana. Untuk beberapa alasan, saya kurang menyukai kafe. Dia tidak efisien dalam artian harga secangkir kopi sebanding dengan lauk makan seharian, mungkin 2 hari. Jika kau membeli nasi di rumah makan Padang untuk dibungkus dan dibawa pulang, mestinya mengapa jumlah nasi Padang yang dibungkus 2 kali lipat lebih banyak daripada makan di tempat masuk ke dalam kategori misteri dunia paling besar yang belum terpecahkan. Sampai sekarang saya tak tahu alasannya. Ia bisa disandingkan dengan laut seketika Bermuda yang misterius atau penciptaan piramida atau baterai kuno yang hingga kini belum terkuak zaman. Alasan lainnya, saya kurang menyukai melankoli. Di kafe, segala hal membuat saya melamun dan menekuni hidup. Hal-hal semacam orang asing yang mengobrol atau kucing lewat atau hujan dan daun yang gugur tiba-tiba saja bisa mengandung makna filosofis. Saya merasakan kadar emosional saya menanjak dan orang-orang yang melihat saya duduk sendiri berpikir jika saya sedang patah hati. Di dalam kamar kos yang suci dan luhur, saya bisa menunggu sambil menyingkir dari keadaan sendu. Setidaknya begitu. Tentu tak ada satu hal yang bisa disyaduhkan dari ruangan sempit dan bau ikan mati dan sumpek dengan keadaan spray yang semeraut dan bergulung-gulung, atau tempat sampah plastik penuh bungkus mie instan dan puntung rokok kretek di sudut kamar yang tampak hina sekali. Beberapa saat lalu, sebuah panggilan dari nomor tanpa nama masuk ke ponsel saya. Saya mengangkatnya. Sepanjang perjalanan karir saya di dunia percopetan, Anda orang paling menyedihkan. Ia membuka percakapan dengan nada yang amat melecehkan harga diri saya sebagai manusia. Baiklah, saya tahu itu. Maaf jika mengecewakan Anda. Saya menjawab dengan nada sopan, padahal hati saya terasa sakit. Saya tidak menemukan apa-apa yang berharga di KTP tertulis di usia setua itu. Anda belum menikah atau tidak menikah, katanya. Saya belum bisa menduga arah pembicaraan. Itu bagus. Saya tak bisa membayangkan betapa menderitanya istri Anda nanti. Kampret. Kali ini dia menistakan harga diri saya sebagai laki-laki. Jadi apa mau sebenarnya? Selain menghina saya. Saya ingin mengembalikan dompet ini. Saya takut Anda mendoakan saya segala yang buruk. Anda tahu, dua orang susah selalu didengar oleh Tuhan. Saya menimbang-nimbang. Oke, saya tunggu di jalan kembang depan apotek Sri Kandi jam 3 sore ini. Dia menutup telepon. 2 hari lalu, hari Sabtu tengah bulan, setelah turun dari angkot, perempuan muda menyenggol saya dari belakang. Dia meminta maaf sekadarnya dan dia gadis belia yang cantik, dan di situ untuk saat saya mengira ia anak manis yang punya perilaku baik. Penampilan luar yang mengebaskan itu ternyata menipu belaka. Dengan kecepatan seorang pencuri handal, dia menyelinap memasukkan tangannya ke dalam celana saya. Waktu itu saya memakai celana berbahan ketat, dan seharusnya dia agak mengalami kesulitan saat berupaya merogoh ke dalam kantung belakang. Tetapi tapak tangannya lembut dan pergerakannya amat gerilya. Setelah kejadian pun penuh muslihat itu, saya pulang ke kos dengan perasaan berbunga-bunga, tanpa menyadari sedikit pun bahwa saya baru saja kecolongan. Sesampainya di kamar, saya sempat berpikir jika gadis itu sebetulnya jodoh, dan dia dikirimkan untuk menyudahi hari-hari saya yang senantiasa kosong. Pikiran-pikiran yang membuat wajah bersemu akan sangat menyenangkan dan menjadi sebuah kisah tersendiri jika kami kembali bertemu oleh suatu ketidaksengajaan lainnya di waktu berikutnya. Dan di saat itu, kami akan mulai akur dan membicarakan tentang hobi masing-masing atau zodiak. Saya tipe pragmatis yang suka membaca, sementara si gadis tipe sanguin yang mengembari tarian angsa. Saya orang Capricorn yang membenci hampir segala hal, dan dia si Taurus yang teliti. Kami akan menjadi pasangan yang suka bertengkar kemudian dengan cepat berbalikan lagi oleh sebab yang tak jelas. Namun pikiran-pikiran bagus itu segera berbalik arah ketika saya membuka celana. Kantung belakang celana saya kelihatan kempis, dan baru saya sadari bahwa dompet yang amat setia dalam segala keadaan itu lenyap tanpa kata-kata. Saya sempat berbaik sangka jika jatuh pada saat berjalan di suatu tempat atau keselipan saya yang menyebabkan ketinggalan belaka. Tapi setelah keisi kamar sudah selesai digeledah, saya tak mendapati apa-apa. Kecurigaanku akhirnya tuntas ketika dia menelpon saya lewat nomor yang mungkin ditemukan dalam kartu nama saya di dompet lusuh itu. Kecantikan itu racun, kata saya, sambil tak henti-hentinya membatin tentang kecerobohan saya sendiri. Mengapa saya tidak juga menyadari? Dari dulu wanita memang racun. Dari zaman R.A. Kosasih masih membuat komik parikesit tentang Rukmini yang mengelabui Jaka Sombo dan membuatnya memberitahu segala kelemahannya itu, hingga membuat sang suami remuk dendam di tangan Ratsangka. Sampai agak klasik semisal Gelinjang Manja Marilyn Monroe yang membuat Presiden Kennedy dan adiknya blingsatan. Ditemani keraguan-raguan, saya memutuskan untuk menemui janji si gadis sekitar jam 4 sore karena saat itu hujan turun gerimis. Terlambat 1 jam, tapi saya tak begitu mengharapkan kejadian macam-macam. Saya lebih mengira dia akan kembali menipu, dan pada akhirnya membuat saya menunggu seorang diri, didorong keyakinan yang tak tentu. Akhirnya saya memilih untuk memasuki sebuah bangunan halte kusam di depan apotek. Halte itu tak begitu jauh dari tempat terakhir si gadis melihat saya, dan saya pikir dia akan dengan mudah melihat dan mengenali saya. Saat itu masih gerimis dan suasana sangat hening. Tidak ada manusia yang lewat dan menegur saya apa saja kecuali kendaraan berlalu lalang. Dalam tempo waktu yang cukup untuk menukuri kehidupan atau mempertanyakan semesta, saya masih mampu bersabar walaupun sesekali air genangan hujan terciprat saat kendaraan yang tanpa berpikir melintas dengan kencang. Saya tidak mampu berbuat apapun, kecuali menyetarakannya dengan setan jahanam. Si gadis tak kunjung menampakkan rambut kuncirnya, dan saya mulai kelelahan akibat berdiri cukup lama. Di balik atap halte yang merembes 15 menit kemudian, saya merasa seperti seekor keledai dungu yang basah. Saya lalu duduk di bangku beton yang disiapkan untuk para penunggu, tanpa pikir panjang atau menyadari bahwa ada air yang menggenang di sana. Saya kadang mendudukinya dengan mantap. Kata saya, sembari merasakan sensasi dingin yang menjala di pantat. Lagi-lagi saya hanya mampu mengikhlaskannya. Beberapa saat berikutnya, entah sejak kapan, langit mulai cerah, dan sekomplotan perempuan segar yang saya terka baru pulang membolos sekolah telah duduk agak jauh di bagian bangku halte yang lain. 3 atau 14 perempuan yang berisik itu saling berebut bicara hingga membuat saya bingung. Siapa di antara mereka yang berperan menyampaikan sesuatu, dan siapa yang menyimak? Mereka terkikik-kikik dengan riuh sekali, tetapi tetap terlihat santai. Saya hanya mendengarkan dengan dada yang lapang, sambil sesekali mensejajarkan mereka dengan binatang. Di sore hari yang mulai gelap, dan segalanya terasa menyebalkan begini, semua orang seperti bisa tiba-tiba berubah menjadi anjing. Penantian yang panjang tetapi tidak berarti apapun itu pun akhirnya saya sudahi. Beberapa waktu kemudian yang tak bisa saya perkirakan tepatnya, saya sudah habis kesabaran. Dengan langkah menghentak dan bokongnya lembab, saya meninggalkan halte tanpa mengucap salam perpisahan atau sekedar menengok ke belakang. Dalam kekesalan yang menganjing-anjing itu, saya menyadari satu hal. Saya pasti demam esok hari. Okay, that is not a creepypasta. That is not a creepypasta. Tapi kok bisa ini di blognya loh? Oh, an experience. Yesterday when I wanted to sleep, I was hungry. But when I wanted to eat, I was sleepy. Then I decided to play a game all night. And now this morning, oh no! Hai, halo Kai. Welcome to the stream. Halo. Udah lah, mendingan kalian pilih deh. Aku tidak mengerti kenapa bisa begitu. Hai. The heck ya, emang gak jelas. Aku tidak mengerti. 100% not a creepypasta, exactly. Ya, padahal udah bacanya lama. Ternyata aku kira, coba itu ternyata cewek itu mungkin setan atau apa gitu ya. Kayak Kira, why would you do that? Kenapa kamu kagetin aku? Udah ya, coba aku jangan begitu dong. Hai, kamu gak ketinggalan kok. Itu ternyata ceritanya bukan creepypasta. Oh my god, no. I will just read out the English then after that. Okay? Agak lama tapi should be good. Okay. Aku melihat jam pukul 00.17 saat tangannya menembus dadaku. Aku pun terbangun dan melihat jam yang menunjukkan 00.16. Dan aku pun mendengar suara berderak dari lemari. Oh my god. Wow. Saya sudah kirim. Hai. Halo Ziad Spiderway. Welcome to the stream. Halo. Hai. Oke, kita baca yang punya Mori ya. Cerita berdasarkan kisah nyata seseorang. Hai. Legenda api terbang. Di suatu malam yang paling gelap di daerah yang bernama Bali, terdapat titik terang yang di atas rumah para warga. Mereka terang namun bukan bintang. Mereka terlihat cantik namun berbahaya. Cahaya kecil tersebut adalah api terbang yang menunggu mangsa yang siap ditangkap. Api itu merupakan wujud dari makhluk yang paling tidak boleh didekati. Makhluk itu perwujudan dari keserakahan manusia dalam mencari kekuatan. Makhluk itu memiliki taring panjang, kuku panjang, dan tanpa tubuh yang berterbangan. Makhluk itu dikabarkan mencari mangsa dengan mengintai dalam wujud bola api. Mencari ibu hamil, mencari bayi, bahkan orang yang berani mendekati makhluk itu. Api tersebut menjadi legenda yang tak boleh disebutkan sembarangan, yang dari mulut ke mulut diceritakan sebagai leak, dengan cerita yang bernama penggeleakan. Oh, leak, aku pernah. Coba ya. Leak Bali. Akata, I know this one. Leak ternyata. I see. That is pretty good. Punyaku satu lagi tenggalawannya. Kamu kalau gitu sandi itu aja deh Cisman di fanstory-nya biar nggak kepotong-potong. Kalau di chat nanti kepotong-potong. Hai, halo Raf, welcome to the stream. Halo, telat sekali aku. Nggak apa-apa. Hai, Lea, I see. I get it. Udah, oke, Lea balik. Hai, aku sering dengar. Okay. Thank you for the story. Siapa? Morika gadang sana ngalo. Yes. Thank you for the story. That's nice. It's fine. Nggak terlalu serem-serem amat, but that's fine. You did your best. Okay ya. Aku coba cari lagi ini. I posted a true stalker story online. My stalker read it? Holy. What is this? Estimated time reading 15 minutes? Holy. Should be fine though. Ini tentang abduction and kidnapping. Hope it's okay. Kukirain defense story link doang. Gak apa-apa. Bisa teks juga kok, gak apa-apa kok. Saya pernah lihat langsung kalau dari jauh kena bahaya. Of course. I see. Ya, jangan deket ya kalau ketemu itu jangan deketin. Jangan deketin. Kucing. Aku selalu berpikir kucingku punya masalah penglihatan. Matanya selalu terlihat terpaku pada wajahku. Hingga tibalah hari itu. Hingga aku menyadarinya. Ternyata ia selalu menatap sesuatu yang ada di belakangku. Wadaw yape. Baru sadar saya kalau sekarang itu malam Jumat. Exactly ya aku sengaja. Emang ini sengaja karena ini malam Jumat. Oke, bentar ya. Oh god. Pegal. Alright. Coba ya, ini ya. Aku ketemu di Creepypasta ini. Kira-kira 15 menit aku bacain ya. Hai. Semoga aman. Semoga bisa ya. Oh my god. Gomenasai. Okay. Oh no. OBS is acting up again. Gomenasai minna kalau agak nge-lag karena OBS ku. OBS. Ya, itu buffering kan dari aku ya. Gomenasai. Hai. Tadi tiba-tiba no connection gitu dari OBS-nya. Mungkin agak berat. Gitu guys. Okay, the title is I posted a true stalker story online. My stalker read it. My stalker read it? Oh my god. Okay. This is an update to a story I posted on an internet forum about 4 years ago. In fact, what happened was a direct result of me posting it. I've since taken it down, but I need to share what happened to me, God. Don't worry about that first story. You'll find that out as I tell this one. Let's get started. Okay. So, a little about myself. I'm 41 years old and currently working as a salesman at a retail outlet that specializes in men's business suits. The job makes pretty good money, but with alimony to my ex-wife and child support on top of that, I seem to just barely get by. I had just finished going through the horror of divorce 6 months before this last incident occurred. I had started drinking again. Drinking and looking longingly at sleeping pill bottles and razor blades. I know what you're thinking, but I've always been too much of a coward for that sort of thing. Though, I will admit, it's always seemed tempting, especially after losing everything like I did. Anyway, as you can imagine, I was feeling pretty low for a few weeks. So I was quite pleasantly surprised when this elegant, beautiful woman, about my age, came into the store and began to show me some interest. She was tall and slim, wearing a charcoal jacket and skirt combo. Her hair discreetly dyed a bronze amber, and she had a very unassuming smile, not too blemished by laugh lines or crow's feet. I admit, I'd noticed her before she approached me. I spotted her the moment she entered through the door. She seemed kind of familiar, but I wasn't going to tell her that. That's got to be the most obvious non-pickup line in the world, telling a strange woman she looks familiar. Anyway, she walked up to me with this coy smile, just showing a glimpse of perfect white teeth, and said, "You probably think I'm in the wrong store." I gave a little giggle, cleared my throat, and said, "I'm sorry?" "This is a men's clothing store, obviously," she elaborated. Her eyes were deep brown, almost black, and they were lively and active, looking up at me. "Well, ma'am," I said, "we do have some pantsuits and some jackets for ladies if you'd like me to show you." "Ma'am?" she remarked playfully. "Do I really look that old to you?" I chuckled nervously, breaking eye contact with her and clearing my throat again. God, I must have seemed like a schoolboy. I then told her not at all, that she didn't look old, but that I just wanted to be respectful. Her smile widened, her long purple fingernails fidgeting with her purse strap. "Well," she said in a soft, heavy voice, "I'm actually here to find a suit for my son. He wants a tuxedo for prom." I furrowed my brow. This was the dead of winter. Proms aren't usually held until June or late May at the earliest. "I know," she said, reading my look. "His school is impossible. They want to hold it early so that the students don't get too distracted from their studies. My son's also too busy playing computer games to go get a suit himself and too embarrassed to come with me, so here I am." I couldn't help but grin eagerly, just my luck, I thought. I showed her some of our more popular items. She told me her son's size and measurements, and together we found something she thought he'd like. The whole time she sat it close to me and I could smell her floral perfume. It was soothing, and I'll admit, I didn't make any attempt to distance myself from her. As I was bringing her up at the cash till, I told her that if anything didn't quite fit, she could bring it back in and would have it adjusted to fit her son. She gave a low, almost inaudible laugh and told me that I probably didn't have to worry about that. There were no other customers in the store then, and the other cashier was on break, so we continued to chat. She asked me what I did in my spare time for fun, and I hesitated, thinking of the rows of empty liquor bottles in my apartment and the sleeping pills next to the bathtub. Instead of her answering her question, I jumped at the opportunity and asked her if she'd like to get a drink later that evening. She said nothing but tilted her head and scanned me with her sexy roaming eyes. "When do you get off work?" she muttered softly. "At 7. The words leapt from my mouth. "If that's not too late for you." "No," she said, her pearly grin flashing at me over supply red lips. "That's perfect. I know a bar around this area. I'll be out front to pick you up." "Great," I said. "What's your name again?" "Andrea." "Andrea," I repeated, extending my hand. "I'm Andy. Nice to meet you." "Naturally." That seemed to put my nagging feelings of deja vu to rest. I had never known an Andrea or met any Andreas for that matter, but the name was fitting, and I rolled each syllable over and over across my tongue, waiting for the hours of my shift to wilt away. By 6:30 we were locking up. Jane, the girl working there, was balancing the cash register while I wrote the day's records in the books. As I wrote down the total debits and credits, I could barely hold onto the pencil. I was so jittery. I know how pathetic this must sound, but it had been a while since I had been with a woman in any way, being older and just divorced. It was hard to build up the confidence to start dating again. By 7, it was dark out. Jane walked out and waved goodbye as I locked up the front door. At the curb in front of the sidewalk was a small blue station wagon. Not very fancy, but I wasn't about to complain. I looked through the passenger side window and saw Andrea peering out at me, her hooded eyes meeting mine, the slight smile drawn across her face. I got in and immediately noticed how cold it was. There didn't seem to be any heating at all, and the radio wasn't even on. Strange, I thought, but maybe she lives close by. As she navigated out the plaza and onto the road, I prattled on about the tuxedo I had sold her, and how most customers said they were really happy with it. She didn't respond and wasn't smiling anymore. I didn't think too deep into it though. After all, she was driving. It's important to keep concentration. The only thing that struck me as odd was that she had placed her purse on her lap while she was driving. Since I had to sell my car after the divorce, I was very pleased to not have to ride the bus, so I just eased back in my seat and enjoyed. I think that's the reason that I didn't notice that we had been on the road a long time despite her telling me this bar was close by. I knew something was up after she had gotten onto a highway interchange. I looked at her very confused. "Did you say this bar was out of town?" I asked. She didn't respond. Her eyes were glued to the road as we cruised up the ramp and onto the interstate. By now I was getting really nervous. I noticed she took her left hand from the steering wheel and began reaching inside her purse. "You really don't remember me," she said, her voice just louder than the car engine. I giggled a bit, but I didn't find this funny at all. I don't know," I stammered, looking at her. "You do look familiar, but I know I've never met an Andrea before." I looked down at her lap, into her now open purse, and felt my heart freeze in my chest. Inside, the tape handle held in her delicate fingers was a nub-nosed revolver. I squirmed in my seat as if I was going to fly out from the window. The seatbelt dinged into my neck. What? What the hell are you doing?" I shouted between panted breath. The gun was now out and pointed at me. "You probably don't know any Andrea," she said coldly, her voice empty, vacant. "But you might remember Alicia. Alicia Moreto." Probably from the panic I felt staring down the barrel of that gun, the name didn't ring any bells. She didn't look at me, those bedroom eyes now burning like hot coals. "Open the glove box," she muttered in a staid voice. "What?" I asked. "Open the glove box!" she screamed. I shuddered from the sharp change in her voice. I did as I was told. Gingerly, I stretched my shaking hand and pushed the lock button. The compartment door fell open and out spilled what had to be hundreds of pages of paper. They were all lying at my feet. She peered down in a quick glance and instructed me to read the stapled pages printed on red paper. I picked them up and immediately recognized what it was. My post of my stalker story to an internet forum for true horror stories. I then figured out who she was. Alicia Moreto, the mentally disturbed girl who had stalked me at my workplace and at my home years ago when I was in my late teens. I pleaded with her and she just hollered at me to read it. Her eyes back on the road, but the revolver still trained on me. I did as she said. It was all there, my words. How she had come into the coffee shop where I work, how her hair was constantly tangled and greasy, how her clothes were always in tatters, how she always smelled of BO and Vaseline. It was all there. How she had come in every morning, how she knew my schedule and my shift started, how my coworkers had told me that she would sometimes come in on my days off and ask where I was, how one night I had found her waiting for me in my house. I tried to swallow, but I couldn't. I was trembling, and the printed out pages fell from my weak hands involuntarily. She peered over at me. I could see her from the corner of my eyes, and told me to pick up the next set of pages, the one printed on gray paper. I begged her again to just let me go, and she screamed for me to read it. I picked them up, not recognizing any of the writing on it. Then I realized that these were the comments people had written on my post of the story. Comments like, "What a crazy bitch," or I would have been so freaked by that cow," or "I'd have still hit it, lol." Tears had started streaming down my face by the time I realized what this was. She had found my story, recognized it, and had come for me. "Please," I said to her. She choked up, having read all the comments and realized her purpose. "I didn't know it would upset you this much. I never used your real name." "Do you think that matters?" Her voice cracked. It was like an animal growling at me. All the prior sophistication and sensuality gone. I knew. I knew that story was about me, but a time in my life I was just ashamed of. She trailed off. It sounded as though she had begun to sob. I looked at her, and her mouth was hung open, as if in a silent scream, her eyes squinting closed. Yes, she too was crying. After a terrifying moment, she gave a cough, tossed back her hair, and was once again icily composed. I looked close and could just see smudges of mascara under her eyes. She then told me to reach inside her purse. I, of course, wasn't about to do that. "I won't shoot you if you do exactly as I say." She said it in a calm but uneven voice, the voice smack of the psychotic desperation of the girl who had pestered me those many years ago. I nodded my head slightly, then quickly turned to glance out the window. It was now very dark, and there were few other cars on the road. Careful not to brush up against the gun, I reached over and put my hand in her purse. Inside, I found what felt like a set of Polaroids. My skin waxed cold, imagining that these were probably photos of me she had taken without my knowledge. I pulled them out and looked at them. They weren't pictures of me at all. The first photograph was of a couple standing outside a wedding chapel. The woman, smiling radiantly in a white lace gown. The handsome, mustached man next to her wearing a black tuxedo and cummerbund. They were close and holding each other's hands. I flipped through to the next photo to see the same couple kissing with their eyes closed, a sun setting above a glimmering ocean behind them. I flipped through, and in the next photograph, I saw the woman lying in a hospital bed, covered by the dark green surgical sheets, holding a newborn baby. The child was wrapped in a blanket, the husband standing beside them, smiling. I flipped through and saw a photo of the couple with two preteen children sitting on a beach, wearing jean shorts and bright colored shirts, smiling up into the camera's POV. I didn't realize these photos were of her, Alicia. She had a family, or had a family, but what did this have to do with me? I don't understand, I mumbled. She shot me a look out of the corner of her eye and didn't say anything. I looked out the window and saw there were no lights on the side of the road. Past the shoulder there was nothing but tall trees and bleak wilderness. We were now far, far from any major city or town. I thought about reaching in my coat for my phone, but knew that if I did, she might have shot me. Then I started wondering why she didn't just kill me already if that was what she intended to do. The minutes felt like hours in that car. The darkness beyond the roadside seemed to stretch for an eternity, like I had woken up in hell. Finally, after God knows how long, she spoke. It took me 10 years, she said, her voice straining, quavering like that demented girl I remembered. It took me 3 years to get over you. Another 7 years to forgive myself. I went to counseling, therapy. Eventually, I agreed to take the medication. You see, I suffer from paranoid schizophrenia. It sorts of runs in my family, but it didn't appear in me until about 5 months before I met you. My parents had gotten a divorce. Dr. Walton told me that's what likely triggered my breakdown. Then when I saw you, it was like you were there for me. My psychiatrist says I was using you as a misplaced source of love and security, which I felt had been torn away from me by my parents' divorce. You were always there and always so polite, so I mistook your politeness and charm for love and affection. At that moment, I don't know why, but I didn't feel scared anymore. I just felt gloomy, depressed. We often call people crazy, but when we actually hear the medical terms, it becomes a lot less distant, a lot more real. She continued. So for 10 years after you, I avoided people. I didn't see friends. I barely spoke to my parents, and I absolutely never went out on dates. First, because I was still in love with you. And then, because I was so ashamed and afraid I would become that super attached psycho that I had been with you. I wanted so many times to contact you and to apologize, but my counselor and Dr. Walton were adamant that it would be a bad idea. They said it would cause me to relapse. So, for 10 years, I was alone, hating myself. That I meet David. David was a graduate student in a university studying physical geography. He had approached me first. We met at a bar or restaurant actually. My parents had insisted on taking me out for my birthday, and he'd asked the waiter to put our bill on his tab. She then gave a sorrowful laugh, a tear tumbling down her cheek. He barely had enough money to pay for his beer, and he wanted to pay for a whole family's meal just to speak with me. We started out just as friends, and then with his insistence, we become more than that. I loved him and felt so much better. I finally felt well enough to go back to school and complete my degree. We got married shortly after he graduated. He'd been hired on at a consulting firm, so we were more stable. I finally forgave myself and forgot all about you, but I never told him. Never. A year into our marriage, we had Aaron, and 2 years later, Cassandra. We were both so happy. I was happy. I got a job as a typist at a law firm. It wasn't much, but it gave me something to do after the children were old enough to go to school. I like working there. Everyone was so friendly and helpful. One day, Mark, one of the law firm's support staff members in facilities, was showing me this website he often goes to, mostly to look up funny pictures. He told me about this page that has scary stories and creepy encounters, and I immediately recognized what most of the stories were about. I searched all the posts, and it didn't take me long to find one that was familiar. Too familiar. I knew that it was you who had posted it. She then stopped and let out a heavy sigh, her moist eyes rolling up and looking long at the car roof. It was as though she could not believe she was telling me this. Her voice had stopped sounding like a nervous psychotic and more like that of a sobbing, distraught woman. The gloom lingered thick inside the car over both of us. After that, my paranoia and anxiety spiked, she continued. I tried to fight it by upping the dose of my medication, but that didn't work. Pretty soon I just stopped since they only seemed to make me drowsy. She then gave another humorless little laugh as though she had caught herself in a lie. You know, I thought it was because David had seen the post that he left me and why I couldn't get even joint custody of the children, but that's not true. The truth is, seeing your posts made me act erratic. I started throwing fits, fighting with him for no reason, shouting at the children, and beating them over things that weren't their fault. I had stopped sleeping at night, believing the next door neighbors were spying on us and plotting to come in and steal everything. It was because of me that David left, and I acted that way because of your post. I was now staring out the window. I could just make out open fields in the distance with the slightest smattering of brush. Where the hell was she taking me? I couldn't forgive myself, she said. I know now that I never will. I gulped and asked, how did you find me? She smiled maliciously in my direction, amused by my discomfort. One of the criminal lawyers at my firm, Mike Corson, has a team of private investigators. I do paperwork for him, so I forged a memo asking one of the PIs to find your whereabouts. It didn't take long. I knew your full name, where you had once worked, and where you grew up. I was, of course, surprised you still lived there after all these years. Her smile was now spiteful and mocking. That and her last comment made me look away, slightly galled. Of course, when Mike found out about it, I was fired. Misappropriation of the firm's resources. It didn't help. I was already on thin ice for obvious reasons. The road we had driven on had disintegrated into a rough path of scrappy concrete. It was as though we had gone back in time to when there was nothing but dirt and jungle. I actually started worrying that if we drove any longer, that road would stop, or we'd be stranded in a desert. Regardless, she drove on, the car swaying and lurching over the craggy pavement. I looked at the clock on the dash, and the green numbers revealed 12:03. We had been driving for hours. Another hour passed with nothing, just silence. I started absorbing what she told me, and felt this waveform in the pit of my stomach. I had caused this. I had ruined her life. And for what? A little bit of attention on an online forum? Jesus. The episode hadn't been that much of my life, and for God's sake, she schizophrenic. The whole damn thing now seems lazy, and I no longer felt scared. I wasn't frightened at all. I just want this to end. By 1:15, she slowed down. We pulled over, parking on a gravel shoulder by a vast, empty field, the car sitting perpendicular to the road. When she killed the engine, her headlights died and it went all black beyond the windshield. My eyes adjusted and I could just make out the black shape of the field beneath the lighter shade of the starless night sky. We both sat there, not looking at each other, like we had just fucked or money. She didn't move, didn't steer. The revolver still trained on me. "I'm sorry," I said. My voice was damp and contrite. "I know that what I did was wrong. When I met you, it was at a moment when you were most vulnerable, and it was wrong for me to take advantage, even years later." She didn't look at me, didn't move, but I knew she heard me. "Go ahead," I then said to her. "Kill me. I deserve to be hurt. I deserve to die. I don't want to live anymore anyway." Just then, she straightened her chair, her seat, still staring out into the field before us. "No," she said huskily. "You deserve to feel what I feel every day." I then heard the hammer click backward and watched as she opened her perfect mouth and stuck the barrel inside. I shouted and lunged toward her. But bang! There was a flash and I saw spots. My ears were ringing and blocked like was underwater. After about a minute, my eyes adjusted, and I started stupidly surprised by the sight of the woman's mutilated face resting next to me in the car. The interior was splattered with her blood. My hand groped endlessly for the door handle, finally finding it, and I fell out onto the pebbled ground from the passenger side. I got on my hands and knees and puked my guts out. After I stood up, I doubled over and dry heaved for several minutes. From there, I walked the shoulder, not thumping, not trying to get home, just trying to get as far away from Alicia, as I could. Eventually, by daybreak, someone driving a rusted pickup pulled over and asked me if I needed a lift. Still shaken and exhausted, I approached his passenger side window. Once I was a foot away from his truck, I saw his face drain pale, his pupils shrink in the sockets, and in one hyper movement, he grabbed the gear stick, put it into drive, and sped away. I stared at the fleeing vehicle confused, then looking down at my clothes, I was, of course, covered with blood. I took off my jacket and shirt, wiped down my face, then tossed them, continuing the rest of the way in just my undershirt and slacks. About 2 hours later, someone picked me up and drove me as far as the next major city. From there, I took a bus home and called in to work sick. Update. About a week after the incident, the two police officers came to see me at my home. They asked me about my relation to the deceased Alicia Moreto Lipman, and I told them the whole story. They informed me that they had found Google Map printouts of my address and a PI file of my name at the scene. They tried to get me to go downtown with them, but I refused and called a lawyer. My new lawyer, Mr. Michael Corson, who agreed to represent me pro bono, told me there's no chance of a charge of murder being brought against me. The evidence of possible foul play is pretty thin. My story, although incredible, makes enough sense, and the police are happy to write off her death as a suicide rather than to spend endless man hours and OT investigating a homicide. Corson recommended me to a better matrimonial lawyer, and I got my alimony reduced and received more time to see my kids. I also entered AA, where I had started to get over my self-destructive thoughts and behavior. Don't get me wrong, I feel horrible about what happened to Alicia, and her last words do stick with me. But I mean, how far does guilt get you? Hi. Wah, capek juga ya. Gue, oke. Udah. Kayak terlalu panjang, gue. Halo Pak Jokowi, halo welcome to the stream. Halo. I'm sorry. Kalau itu sangat lama ya. Kayak ceramah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Pegel tuh mulutnya Kyomi. Pegel ya. Dang, that's a scary one. Yeah. The fact that it's a true story, I think. Ini beneran kan ya? Asli kan ya? Kelihatannya asli sih dari aku lihat. I don't know. Serem banget. Oke, capek. Aduh, bentar. Mulut aku capek. Lagi doa kayak ini. Aduh, bentar. Aku coba lihatnya ke atas ya. Coba nih. Oh, tadi ada Kevin Yana ya. Halo, welcome to the stream. Maaf, aku baru baca. Gomenasai minna. Oke, bentar aku baca dari atas ya. Aku tinggal di sebuah rumah yang memang jarang penduduk. Ayahku pergi merantau. Aku hanya tinggal berdua dengan ibuku. Suatu malam, saat aku pulang les, aku sangat lelah. Dan akhirnya aku tertidur. Tapi ada suara air dan piring di dapur. Aku terbangun dan aku melihat jam. Aneh, siapa yang mencuci piring di jam tengah malam begini? Belum selesai, aku heran. Ada suara ibu yang memanggil aku dari arah dapur. Aku segera bangkit dari tempat tidur dan ingin menuju ke arah dapur. Saat sampai di kamar ibuku, aku ditarik oleh seseorang. Aku ingin berteriak, tetapi... Shh, diam. Ini ibu. Ibu juga mendengar suara itu. Ada lanjutannya kan? Oh, udah sampai situ aja kah? Hai. Anyways, welcome everyone who just entered the stream. Welcome. Ada Dwi, Pak Jokowi, Hydra, Bear. Hello, welcome to the stream. Lalu siapa ibu yang asli? Don't know, itu ada lanjutannya kah, Ziotz? Ziotz hilang kah? Dia yang nulis itu? Oh, udah. Oh, ternyata selesainya cuma situ. Hai. Jatuh. Ada. Halo Jason. Hello, welcome to the stream. Bentar. Capek. Aku capek. Capek. We never know, Pak Jokowi. We never know. Ternyata itu selesainya cuma dari situ doang. Di situ doang. Hai. Yeah, Bear, what did you say? I cannot. Let's see. Japanese. Hai. Kita pakai Google Translate. Karena aku tidak mengerti. First thought. Mita desu. Nani? Bentar. Aku pengen bersin, tapi tidak bisa. Oh God. Tadi apa sih Bear bilang apa sih? Hatsumi desu. Hai. It's my first thought. Hi. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, Bear. You're new, right? Welcome. Yuk, Kyom lanjut. Mumpung udah selesai dan sekalian makan sambil nonton. Apalagi itu lama banget BTW. Aduh. It's so long. The story is so long. Let's find like a shorter one. Do you guys have like a shorter story? I hope it's better. I hope it's like, yeah, it's faster than earlier. Earlier is like it took 15 minutes or more. Yeah, approximately 15 minutes. Seseorang saat ingin tidur, dia terus berbisik dengan lembut kepadaku hingga aku pun terlelap. Namun aku pun sadar dengan keringat dingin mengingat hanya aku seorang diri yang ada di rumah. Bro, udah siap ngetes karena loh. Kalau mau bersihin, lihat lampu yang terang di atap. Tapi padangnya yang Kyomi waktu itu aku bakal masak sebentar. Hai. Nah, aku minum dulu. Minum. Let me have a drink first. Yeah. Hi. Aku masih ada creepypasta nih. Hai. Please give me. Tolong aku selesaiin resepnya dong. Nah lo, hati-hati. Aku masih ada creepypasta nih. Oke. Give. If you guys have any creepypasta, you can just tell me. You can just tell me. I'll read it out. Ow. Let's see. Christmas stories. How long is this story? 6 minutes. Okay, ini cepat. Tapi ratingnya kurang. Gak apa-apa ya ratingnya kecil. Aku pengen tahu juga. Creepypasta. Okay. The title is A Christmas Story. I sigh, stretch, and push myself away from my laptop. I let the chair spin before lazily dragging my foot to stop it. I had been working on a new story, one about Christmas, and the horrors it includes. It was pretty cheesy, and all the ideas felt recycled. Psycho elves, murderous Santas, hungry reindeer, you know the drill. I want to give up, but I have abandoned enough projects. My cat, Sam, rubs against my legs and purrs. I pick him up, and he lays on my lap for a minute. Sometimes I don't mind this life. I stay by myself, and nobody bothers me. It's moments like this that I feel guiltiest for wanting more. I know I've got nothing going on. If I died right now in my chair, nobody will notice. I look at the time and realize it's past midnight already. I pull myself out of my chair and flop face first on my bed. I rearrange my covers and close my eyes. Right as I drift off, I swear I hear tiny footsteps, a giggle, and the ring of a bell. My eyes snap open. I prop myself up on my elbows and check my clock. It's only 2 a.m. I look out the window and see snow. It's Christmas Day. I can't believe I forgot. The snow is falling so perfectly. It almost feels like my story. I hear that damn bell again and turn towards my door. I cautiously walk out of my room and turn my hallway light on. I quietly make my way downstairs and turn on all the lights in my house. Nobody's here. I notice a present under my tree. It's a medium-sized box wrapped in dark red paper. I don't remember putting it there. I kneel down as I approach the box. I carefully tear off the paper. The box is red too. I open the box and immediately vomit. My cat is in it. His formerly gray and black striped body, now red. An eyeball has fallen out of its socket. His entrails have been used to tie his paws together, mutilated beyond recognition. The only way I know it's him is because of his dark blue collar sitting on top of his matted fur. I vomit again and started crying. I pick up his collar. His name has been crossed out. I run back up to my room and slammed the door. On my wall, Merry Christmas has been written on my walls in what looks like blood. I run to my computer to check for internet connectivity. My phone was left downstairs, so that is out of the question. My computer turns on, and there displayed on the screen is my story. I read through it, and it starts sounding familiar. The main character's pet gets brutally slaughtered, and the main character must fight for her life against Christmas gone wrong. I know what will happen next, and I'm terrified. Every cliche in the book is about to come alive. Everything that I laugh at in my stories is about to kill me. I do a quick check of my closet and under my bed before plopping myself down in front of the door. I started crying again, but shut up when I hear something prancing on the rooftop. And right on cue, out jumps good old Santa Claus. The reindeer are here. I scrambled to my feet and started barricading my door. I hear slow, heavy steps coming up my stairs. I open my window and throw my fire ladder out. I run to my backpack, empty it out, and put my laptop in it. I need to keep track of my enemies. Suddenly, I'm determined to survive. I pull my tangled hair into a ponytail, slip on shoes, and put on my jacket. Something starts pounding on my door. I swing my leg over the window sill and start climbing down. My door spinners open and two elves riding a reindeer burst through. I consider jumping, but I'm on the second floor. I climb faster, but only get about halfway down before I see an elf peeking out of the window. He looks like something you would see in a Christmas movie. He has pink, rosy cheeks and shiny black hair. He smiles cruelly and pulls out a knife to cut my rope. He smiles and waves as I fall. At first, I can't breathe. I desperately gasp before finally getting a short breath. Something cold lands on my feet. I feel around me. I landed on snow. It's snowing! The windows picks up. It's like it started just for me. I start laughing. My hysterical laughter rings through the yard. I wave my arms around me, making this strange snow angel. I stand back up, brushing off my clothes and bump my backpack. My laptop! I landed right on top of it. I can't believe I forget about it. I shrug my bag off and unzip it. My computer is in two pieces. I don't know what to do. I can't remember what happens next. How will I survive? No, I say to myself. I will not be beaten by children's legend and furries. I decide to go in through the back door, mainly because my fence is too tall to climb. I must have left it unlocked last night because it swings open with ease. I don't trust this, but I'm out of choices in time. A horrifying scene greets me upon entry. The walls are streaked with blood. It looks fresh. The stove has a big pot boiling on it. I take a knife from the block and slowly approach it. I turn off the gas and peek inside. In it, there's a bright red Santa hat. Why would he boil his own hat? Nothing they do makes sense. This isn't how the story goes. I broke the only copy of the story. So it should stop, right? What if, since they aren't bound to the story, they're free? If they're free, my only thing will distinguish my character from me. My character will have survived. I grip the knife tighter and continue through the kitchen. I make my way through the living room and back to the Christmas tree. The present is gone, but the memory and bloodstains are not. I hear bells again. I whip around violently and face the chimney. I hear someone softly chanting, "Ho, ho, ho."
over and over. I want to scream and cover my ears. Do anything to stop it. It's not jolly or happy, just a monotonous mantra. I want to light a fire under his ass, but the logs have been removed. Instead, I run back upstairs, knowing they're all watching me, chasing me. I'm not just paranoid. I can hear them whispering, laughing at me, following me. I slide under my bed. My elbow hits something and I feel a sharp stabbing pain. I pull the mystery object out of my arm and inspect it. It's a piece of wood. It's painted midnight blue with silver and gold stars. It's a part of my door. My door has been destroyed and is scattered around my room. I have no other cover. Heavy, deliberate footsteps ascend my staircase, followed by light, quick ones. The heavy ones must be Santa, and the light ones must be the elves. His reindeer are gone. Shiny black boots appeared at my door, and I hold my breath. They slowly meander over to my bed and stand in front of it. I remember that when I was little, I was scared of Santa. I refused to sit on his lap or write letters or recognize Christmas. For me, it was just another day. I'm not sure why I was scared of Santa back then, but I know why I'm scared now. In all honesty, I feel I have the right to be petrified of Santa if I survive this. Who am I kidding? There's no way I stand a chance. There are no superheroes to save me. No mom to sit with me, so she could just get one goddamn picture. My name is Aubrey Green. I'm 24 years old. Last week was my birthday. I have red, frizzy hair and freckles. I code for a living. I never met my neighbors. I haven't spoken to my mother in almost a year, and I haven't seen my dad since I was 10. I was bullied a lot as a kid and have self-harm scars. I'm still wearing my pajamas, a pink and black tank top, black shorts, and a pink knee-high socks that looks like cats. I hear sirens. In a few hours, my mother will receive a call. She'll fall to her knees and cry, but she'll be okay in time. The sirens are closer, but not close enough. Someone cared about me enough to call for help. The only problem is, soon. None of that will matter, because in a few seconds, I will be dead. Hi, that's it! It was, well, I would say it was pretty okay, but I am not quite satisfied with the ending. Somehow. Yeah, I'm not quite satisfied. By the way, hello Ross. Oh, did I say hi to you earlier? I forgot. Hello. Kuda jajak kah kirimnya? Yes. Oh my god, banyak juga ya. Ternyata shorts. That's fine, it's fine. Saya mau ngambil makanan dulu, lapar saya jadinya. Oh no. Gak apa-apa, makan. Nani kore. Oh, Kira just gave me something. Apa ini? Nani? I think it's bread or something. Help me, I'm scared looking out the window. There's nothing, it's fine. It's fine. Oh ya, btw saya hantu, jadi mungkin saya sedang di dekat Hina. Hi. I'm a spirit, so it's fine. It's all good. Ah. Jangan lupa minum. Hai, arigato. By the way, Dyke-san, welcome to the stream. Lama lang gantong this ending. Yeah, endingnya kurang kurang bikin satisfy. Aku juga agak kecewa sebenarnya. Awal-awalnya padahal aku udah mulai deg-degan itu ya. Terus habis itu waktu endingnya no, kurang. Hai. Okay, let me read out Cheesemans. Boneka. Aku tetap bersikeras untuk membakar boneka milik anakku, meskipun ia terus menangis karenanya. Dia tak tahu betapa takutnya diriku saat dia mengira bahwa akulah yang memindahkan boneka itu ke ranjangnya setiap malam. Lukisan. Ia duduk di ruang tunggu klinik sembari menatap lukisan wanita mengerikan dengan senyum keji menghiasi wajahnya. Setelah beberapa saat dia memalingkan wajahnya sebentar dan melihat lukisan itu lagi, ia pun tersadar dengan mata ketakutan bahwa apa yang dilihatnya bukanlah lukisan, tetapi cermin. What? No way! Oke, saudaraku menelpon lagi kemarin malam, memohon padaku untuk menjemputnya. Ia juga selalu melakukan hal yang sama saat masih hidup. Kok, damn. That is only a few sentences, but it's really creepy, Cheeseman, son. It's really creepy. Thank you. Hi. Oh yeah, I forgot to drink, by the way. Oh no. I need to drink. Ah. Okay, that's good. My throat. Can we just talk? We have like maybe less than 15 minutes left, so let's just talk, okay? Ayo. Kira saatnya kamu beraksi untuk jump scare. Kira lagi udah di kamar dia siap-siap tidur. Kemungkinan dia lagi dengerin musik sih ya. Begitu guys. Oke. Let's see. Kira-kira kalian ada pengalaman yang menyeramkan nggak? Do you guys have any scary encounters, experiences that are creepy? ちょっと。白木？ちょっと。何？白木？ Come here, baby. Come here. 白木。
He was here, just
Oh, really? Come here. No, come here, baby. Hi. Hey, Shiraki. Hello, Shiraki. Yes. Hello. Annyeong. Kira, kamu kayak kedetek dah. Kamu kedetek. Hai. Hati gak boleh lakunya sih. Oke, apa? Dozo. Ceritain. Tadi pengen gue jump scare pakai donat. Untung enggak ya. Nanti aku malah teriak juga. Astaga. Lagi sedih tiba-tiba. Baru saya ceritakan tadi. Hai. Oke. Pengalaman menyeramkan. Anda kan sudah tahu ceritaku. Saya beruntung banget gak pernah punya pengalaman menyeramkan. Tapi kalau dari ordo sih kayaknya pernah deh. What is it? Kira-kira apa? Kalau yang udah ceritain boleh share lagi. Mungkin ada beberapa orang yang belum tahu. Mungkin aku udah tahu tapi kayak why not tell coba diceritain lagi. Aku sambil peluk kucingku nih. Shiroki. Shiroki. Hai, Kak Hino, saya pamit ya. Maaf gak bisa nemenin sampai selesai. Nggak apa-apa. Kita bentar lagi selesai kok. Hai, arigato. Thank you for coming. Aku ketemu kuntilanak atau apa gitu pas pulang kuliah. Wait, really? Itu ceritanya kayak gimana? Kok tiba-tiba bisa ketemu? Malam kah? Hai.
But by the way, thank you for coming, Marigadang. See you next stream, or yeah, see you someday. Yeah. See you. Cerita seram. Bagaimana dengan ceritaku saat memaksakan diriku mengambil barang di basement kemarin? Oh, apa itu? Kamu harus ngambil barang di basement kah? Shit. Mana nih? Buka Google secara bagaimana cara menjadi kucing nurut. Nih ya, dia lagi tiduran di pangkuan aku ini. Sorry, aku agak distract berarti. Oh, minta dielus-elus dia. Tidur juga nggak apa-apa kok, Shiroki, tidur aja. Ya, tidur. Hai. Tidur. Hai. Jadi pas aku pulang kebetulan emang malam. Jadi kayak OTW pulang gitu tiba-tiba kayak door. Itu kamu sendiri kah atau bareng teman? Gimana? Atau bareng teman? Karena ya gimana? Serem juga kalau sendiri. Kok tiba-tiba deketin ya? Nah, terus aku lewat jalan yang memang samping kanannya bambu dan samping kirinya sungai. Kalau ada bambu dan sungai emang gitu ya? Really? Is it like that? Beneran dangerous? Oh no, itu siapa yang? Is it really dangerous kalau ada? Terus ada suara. Kamu dengar suara juga? Kamu dengar suaranya juga? Oh no, kayak gini gak? Gitu kah? Mungkin begitu. Sendirian untuk masih hidup ya. Untung ya masih hidup ya. Hey, let's see, siapa lagi nih? Trensi, bapak saya pernah diganggu setan di rumah lama saya. Dia lagi ngetik pekerjaannya malam-malam, mungkin sekitaran jam 12 malam atau mungkin lebih. Dulu rumah saya itu ruko gitu. Oke. Nah, pintu rukonya itu gedor-gedor sama orang, tapi pas dicek gak ada. Wah, buset. Gua ya. I get it. Oh no, gila. Realty marble di attack. Oke, bentar ya. Oke, kita baca punya Cheeseman. Let's see. Basement rumahku adalah area kedua paling berbahaya. Emang area pertamanya apa yang paling berbahaya? Apa itu? Kemarin di basement hampir tengah malam aku harus mengambil beberapa part untuk PC. Dan ya, seperti biasa, dia ada di sana sambil memukul lemari dari dalam dan aku hanya berpura-pura tidak mendengar. Gua astaga. Why do you have that thing? Kamu nggak manggil exorcist atau gimana gitu? Dan saat keluar sampai tepat aku berada di pintu kamar, dia pun berteriak hingga adikku lari ke kamarku. Oh shit. Holy. I see. Please stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Alright? Stay safe. Enggak. Jatuh. No. Cute. Gomen ya kalau buffering. Ini tadi ada encoding overload. So yeah. Hi. Great stream. I think you can read them more slowly. It may gives you atmosphere. Anyway, looking forward to your next stream. Hi, arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. And yeah, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I think I have an issue where I suddenly talk fast. So yeah, I will keep that in mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. はい、お疲れ様でした。はい。Kyomi duluan ya. Yes, yes, thank you. We're gonna end this here. Thank you so much for coming and listening to the stories that I've read. If you wanna read more of these stuff, the link is on my description, so you can just check it out. All my reading source. There's only 2, but yes. Otsu, arigato, Jason. Arigato. Arigato, Berber. Area paling berbahaya di rumahku tentu saja gudang belakang. Hai. Oke. Oh iya, salah satu sepupu saya juga ada makhluk di kamar. Bisa. Kira, stop talking behind me. You're so creepy. Stop it. Hai. Aku kadang kebawa suasana jadi ya. Hai. Okay, so thank you so much for coming and listening to the stream. Yes, thank you for watching and listening, yeah. And mantap Kira. Yamete. Okay, so remember to follow my social media for updates, and of course, most importantly, Discord community, because we have updates, where you can get notification if I tweet something, or other real life or tweet something, and streams also you get notification for streams. Yes, so please join the Discord server. Ito. Kok jadi bingung sih jadi hai. So next stream, so my next stream is gonna be on Sunday. We will be having an a cappella stream. Nanti kita nyanyi. We're gonna sing with 7 other people or 6 other people. 6 or 7 other VTubers. Yes, we're gonna sing. Tapi gantian. Secret. I will tell you later. Okay, Kira? Hai. Jadi nanti kita bakal ada cappella stream. Begitu. Terus kalau kalian ingin lihat lanjutan Outlast minggu depan ya, sama Ran, hari Rabu juga. Wah, Kamila, yes. Banyak VTuber yang bisa nyanyi. Aku nanti insecure, no. Gitu ya. Karaoke stream, yes. Bukan karaoke sih, lebih ke acapella. Lebih ke acapella. Belum nanti cuma kita nyanyi doang, nggak ada back sound atau apa-apa, nggak ada. Jadi beneran aku cuma nyanyi doang. Ya begitu ya. Okay, thank you so much for coming. Oh, and lastly, please, you can donate by buying me boba. The link is on the description, so just check it out, okay? Yes, biar kita bisa cepet remodel. OTW guys. Seriously, it's beautiful. I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait. Yes, it's pretty, right, Kira? Yes. Let's go. Hey. Otsu mina, bye bye. Otsu boba, arigato, yasumi nasai. Bye bye. Kyomi out. Bye bye. Hi. Yasumi.